No. I know. My school. Whoa. I can't believe my school blew up too. It's crazy. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened, but I want to know like more details about it because they sent out like a general email about what happened, like the gist of what happened, but not how it occurred or who caused it or if anyone caused it at all. Actually, IDK if I want to wear this tank top or not. Also, I got out the shower like a couple hours ago and now my hair is all floofy because I didn't put any product in it. You can't just say the scientists definitely did it when when it's a campus. There's like a ton of scientists. Anyone could be technically a scientist at college. Wah! Come off. Okay. My lens cap wouldn't come off. You blame the New Yorkers? What? This is all horrible correlation and like random. Oh yeah, measles is spreading. It is highly airborne and contagious. No bueno. Antarcticans? What? What are people in Antarctica doing? They just work. They work there. Oh my god. I did not get... Okay, so why is it saying my bitrate is so low when it's clearly not? I'm not dropping anything. Twitch is saying you blame the North and South Pole. Huh. Nope. Yeah, better. You would hop on? Okay. But you're too lazy to use your mic in game. That's fine. I'm chilling. I just want to get my clan up. Because it's not... Also, why does it say that this is ready, but it's not... It's clearly not ready. I don't want to play hardpoint either. I do BR. I haven't done BR in stream in a while. Upgrade any BR cost chip 3 times in BR. Enter top 10 5 times. What? You know what? Let's do ranked actually. Does it look... Does my Twitch look okay on y'all's side? Because Twitch is saying one thing and OBS is saying another. Yeah, okay, cool. Because on Twitch it says my bitrate is like negative, like all red. But it's only all red if something would be crashing, you know? Dude, you know I would totally invite you. Stop. My ear itches. I'm gonna get that. Oh, I have Scout. Okay, cool. Oh my god, I play a lot of BR with my sister and it's so funny. Sal, would you like to play with me?
location exposed.
My hair feels dry. I don't know if my hair feels dry or if it's my hands that feel extra moist. Okay, cool. Also, no product, so my hair is just big fluff and I don't like it. Okay. Cool. I'm kind of glad I don't have school tomorrow. That means my break starts early. Instead of my break starting technically on Monday, it starts now. Because I don't have school tomorrow. And Friday. I can't wait to go home. I'm gonna go to the rodeo. Oh, but I don't have any clothes to wear to the rodeo.
Welcome to Battle Royale.
You know, people usually go to the rodeo looking pretty nice. At least if you want to look nice. IDK. I'm gonna go get fat and eat. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. But what if? The rodeo has so much good food. Let's scoot a little forward. You gonna be big guy true? Okay, this is like where I'm more comfortable. I just gotta fix the camera. I'm not. Oh, okay, great. Well, we're following someone.
Land here.
I'm jumping. Beyond PC General. Okay. Go to the streaming one. Go to PC streaming. And I'll join. Cause that's the only one I have for, I've set up to connect. God dang it, what I got this whole big old launcher for? Do. Nice. I guess I'll change it out for a Kilo 141. What choice do I have? Earlier I tried out a different class. I did a ninja, which is pretty cool. I don't think I was good at it though. I feel like that's only good if you end up being one of the last people alive, you know? And you need to like hurry up and get away. Nice. Yeah. Cause I saw someone else use it before and I was like, oh, this is cool.
Airdrop has been delivered.
I might like this, and I didn't like it, so.
Exploration begins.
I imagined with Ninja with a low tier fate though. Oh my god. It's pretty funny. Glad I got that kill. I thought there'd be a little bit more people here.
Is almost
In
ready.
bus station, there's usually a class upgrade, but I guess there's not.
Exploration begins.
And no one's
The
around me.
safe zone is collapsing.
Probably should get a car. You're comfy in your bed? That's nice. I actually changed the layout of my room. So now my my bed is actually like literally right here, right next to me. Yeah, like it's touching my desk. Like you guys are on my desk. Right next to my desk, my bed. It's just a bit more convenient this way. I don't want to get this hover bike, but it's the only thing that's close. I'm not a huge hover bike fan. Oop. Let's see if there's anything to get. Are you really sick? 'Cause that would suck.
The airdrop is coming.
No joke, that was me last night though. I was feeling really nauseous for some reason. I had to chew a lot of gum before I went to sleep.
Exploration begins. Airdrop.
Engaging the enemy. Enemy down.
You think you don't know? Oh. Oh. At least I'd hope you're not dying or sick. Today I had a lab for one of my classes and I found out that 2 of my classmates are actually heading to Houston as well. It's pretty exciting. One of them is also from Houston like me, but the other one is going back to Houston with her friends for vacay. Not gonna lie, this girl, let's call her Sophia. I like but don't like Sophia. She's cool for small talk, but whenever I try to have like a longer conversation,
The airdrop is coming.
doesn't want to really talk, or she kind of has like a really stern, mean way to it. If you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to this box. Yeah, like I was
Airdrop
trying to
has
give
been
her some
delivered.
food recommendations in Houston. Because she said that she wanted to go on spring break and go eat good food, right? And so I'm trying to give her recommendations. And she was like, I don't know. I'll see, I guess. Like, whatever my friends want to do. I'm like, girl, you were just saying how you wanted to go eat and everything. And I'm giving you banger recommendations and you're over here like, yeah, sure.
Exploration begins.
Engaging the enemies.
Oh. Thanks, man. For saying that you would fight her. Okay, now there was another person towards this way. So I feel like they're probably going to the box. Yeah.
Enemy down.
Nice. Okay. Hacking for nah.
The airdrop is
Definitely
coming.
not. Do. Can't lie, I want some ice cream right now. Like, I think ice cream would go banger right now.
Airdrop has been delivered.
The other day I really wanted some soup. I don't know why. I just really wanted some soup. Okay. Let me see if I can open Discord where Discord's at. Yeah. Well, I would hope, like, when it's warm outside or when the soup is warm. Both. Oh.
The airdrop is coming.
Tank has been dropped. Exploration begins.
Cover me. Reloading.
Dang.
Chip terminal is
Not
almost ready.
even. Oh, you can't spell. That's funny. Where are you?
Airdrop has been delivered.
Okay. Hi, so.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Okay. There. You sound like you're dying. You sound like you're on your deathbed. Like these are your final moments. Type beat. Ah!
Exploration begins.
Okay, so there's just one person in that car. They totally could have taken me out. But they didn't? I don't... Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say because they know because you're too good. What? No,
The
no,
airdrop
no,
is
no.
coming.
That's it. Never mind. Never mind. Fake friend for real, man. Can't even... I knew it. I knew I saw someone in the house.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Okay. Which...
Exploration begins.
Oh, there's two people. One person in this house, another person in the other house. Whoa! What? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Enemy down.
That's good. Uh-huh. Oh, that's pretty bad. I need to get to this car. Yeah, I know like they do that to dogs when you have to go in and have them groomed.
The
and stuff
airdrop
like
is
that.
coming.
Yeah.
Airdrop has been delivered.
I know, I need to get back in. Okay, so... I'm trying to... You see, I was trying to get to a bridge. I knew there was going to be a bridge somewhere. I was just going to make sure I get... There's a bridge. There's a bridge there, I swear. Yeah. So that I can get across this bridge. See? There. Oh my god. I know what I'm doing. I got a method.
Exploration begins.
Ain't nobody here. Oh, there's somebody. Mm-hmm. No? No fun?
Chip terminal is almost ready.
Engaging the enemy.
The safe zone
Oh,
is
where
collapsing.
are they?
The airdrop.
I couldn't find them. What like, where? Oh, what?
Airdrop has been delivered.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I forget I just don't have, you know, the gun equipped. I'm trying to get to this helicopter before I get closed in. Ooh. It was alright. I just had lab, which is okay.
Down to the last 5 teams.
Yeah. I like lab. I don't like the people who I have lab with.
Location exposed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exploration begins.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want the helicopter anymore. This is a whole bot lobby. I've not ran into one single real person to kill. Oh yeah, but then he drove away. Like, why drive away? He totally had the upper hand. No! Sometimes I'd be right. Oh, look, 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 look. Car dude. I'm assuming this is the car dude. There's an enemy car coming this way. Oh, oh, help me, help me. Oh, god dang it, I died. There's only 2 of them. Oh my god, is my team full of bots or what? Look, oh no, there's 3 of them. There's 3 of them. Come on, guys. Pull out a sniper. Dude, why are you not shooting? I hate it. I hate it. Why didn't they give me like real people?
The airdrop is coming.
You sound like you need to drink tea and take medicine.
Chip
Oh,
terminal
oh yeah.
is almost ready.
Getting sniped out.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Like ibuprofen, Tylenol, Advil, Benadryl. Damn, I'm always stocked up.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Bro, this dude is literally medic. And he has almost no armor. What? Okay. No. Yeah. And we're about to. This is the only dude who's alive and he's just creeping around. He's probably waiting it out so the other dude can fight. He's literally hiding in a corner. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Left. Getting close to victory.
No, I knew it. Yeah, we lost. Okay. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. You sound like you can't even breathe. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, I'll be back 1 second. Alright, I'm back.
Welcome to Blackout, soldier. The match is about to start.
Yeah, pretty cool. It's alright, I guess.
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Dang. I was gonna de-rank you so fast. I was gonna get into matches and then automatically quit. Yep, yep. Lame. See that. Yeah. I think out of all the people who view me, they're all pretty normal. At least I think.
First blood.
What am I listening to? It was cool at first, but now I have no idea what's playing. Whoa, this is loud. I have YouTube playing on in the background. Yeah, and it's loud for me. Why? Because I like having YouTube play in the background. I feel like it fills in the space. I don't know. I don't like watch anything, but I just have it play like music. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Like this morning, I was listening to a lot of Travis. Oh my god. Cancelled immediately. Oh my god.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
Engaging the enemy. Enemy down. Changing mag.
Exploration.
Pretty
begins.
cool. Can't
The safe
lie.
zone is
Yeah,
collapsing.
like 3 years, yeah. It's actually insane. No joke. I agree. I know, I can't believe it's been Oh, hey Bailey. Basically there was a gas leak in the tunnels because our school has underground tunnels, of course. And yeah, they're closed off, but they used to be open like way back in the day. Now they're mostly used for maintenance stuff. But basically, gas leak explosion went through the tunnels and was coming out of the manholes on campus. Like it was like green fire out of the manholes. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Some videos
The airdrop is coming.
online about it. Yeah, I have them. I will after this round if you remind me. I could probably show it on stream actually. Probably, yeah. They're like little clips from other people that took them because this all happened like around like 7 or 8 p.m. And they didn't tell us school was canceled until like an hour ago. Am I in the circle? Yeah. Yeah. I know. That's why everyone was like, early spring break. Woohoo! That's nice. But yeah, pretty bad. Yeah.
Exploration begins.
Yeah. And then we also had like power outages earlier today. Yeah, a bit of power outage. Like the lights were flickering. Oh my god, that's horrible actually.
Engaging the enemy. Enemy down. Changing mag.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, okay, cool, cool.
The airdrop is
Yeah,
coming.
I don't think anyone was injured, thankfully, but still really insane to think about.
Airdrop has been delivered.
There is real people, okay. Good to know.
Yo, chips ready for upgrade. Exploration begins.
I'm just trying to find some people. Fracking? Oh yeah, there's an enemy vehicle near me. At least there was. Yeah.
Exploration begins.
Reloading. Cover me.
Help! Help!
The airdrop is coming.
Nice. Look, that looks so pretty. Dang. My sister does that, honestly, and it upsets me. Thanks. This is really, you see, this is why, like, when you get cool skins and stuff like that, you get, like, cool stuff like this. Yeah, yeah. Oh, word. I actually never noticed that until now. Yeah. Oh.
Engaging the enemies. Changing mag. Cover me.
Yeah. Is someone where you're looking at?
Never mind.
Over. Okay. I'll be there in 1 second. I'm gonna get this motorcycle and then I'll go over there. I'll run you over. What? Who said that? What? Oh.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
Yeah? Okay. I'm almost there to where you're at. Yeah, I'm pulling up.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Okay, where do we need to go?
Never mind.
Pass. The bridge like so straight? Like over here? Oh, okay. No, I just couldn't see. Just a little blind. Yeah. Oh, I see someone.
The airdrop is coming.
I see someone.
Engaging the enemies. Reloading.
I'm driving.
Changing mag. Cover me.
Okay. I need to put some,
Airdrop has been delivered.
some armor. Ooh, yeah.
Teammate has been killed. Get the dog tags and help them return to the battle.
Oh, someone's here. Oh. Oh, I see ya.
Exploration begins.
Oh, I just used it. So it's still loading. Oh, I see someone. They have a sniper rifle.
The airdrop is coming.
Oh! You're dying.
Your teammate has been killed.
Oh no!
Get the dog tags and help them return to the battle.
Oh no!
Airdrop has been delivered. Exploration begins.
Nope, I died. My phone is getting really hot. I don't know why. No, I'm only Grandmaster. Yeah, Grandmaster 2. It's because I'm telling you, I've been playing pretty good. I play like during really odd times in the day. Plus I only play like 1 or 2 rounds at a time. Every time I'm on, you're not on. Oh, okay. Good to know then. Alright, I'm gonna go and try and find that video about the explosion. So I can show you.
Well, I'll be damned.
Oh,
So there goes fucking Murray. That guy
Oh
better.
my
Yeah,
God.
it's hot.
Yeah. I'm just showing it.
Behind us.
Oh my god.
Let me shut it off. Oh shit. Oh my. Wait. Well, I'll be damned.
Oh,
So there goes fucking Murray. That guy
Oh
better.
my
Yeah,
God.
it's hot.
Oh, this looks crazy. Yeah, I know, right? Insane. Yeah, and then there's another video, wait.
Well, I'll be damned.
oh,
So there goes fucking
Goblin is
Murray.
crazy.
That guy better.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said my school blew up. Like, seriously.
No, you don't. There's no one behind us.
Yeah, thankfully this only happened like in the evening.
Let me shut it
Not
off.
real.
Oh shit. Oh my.
Yeah. No bueno. My school just blew up. What? Ew, Taco Bell's so nasty. I've only had Taco Bell like twice in my life and I've never again. I don't like Jack in the Box either. I've only had it a couple of times too and I never liked it. What do you mean? I'm a person with taste, actually. So, actually, yeah, I like Burger King, but I got food poisoning once, and I've never eaten Burger King since. No, I think whenever I did have Burger King, it was okay. It was pretty good. Can't lie. Good burger, I guess. I actually had Burger King when What? No. No, Jack in the Box sucks. Burger King is not that bad.
Welcome to
Oh,
Blackout,
that's
soldier.
never happened to
The
me.
match is about to start. Time for the mission.
Dang, every time I go to Burger King, it's just been fine. Yeah. No, no way. Well, Burger King in Texas is pretty good. Oh my god. People in California are weird. A lot of people in California are not. They're actually pretty well fit. Dang, that is crazy. Where is this person?
the enemies. Enemy down. Enemy eliminated.
Oh, there's someone else.
Enemy down. Enemy eliminated.
God dang it. Oh, there's someone else too. Okay. Well, they landed in the wrong spot, because, I mean, we're killing them up. Nope. Oh my god. You gotta get some plates. Oh my god. Oh.
Enemy vehicle is nearly done for.
Are we going for him? I guess we're going for him. You're right.
Exploration begins.
Okay. I barely have anything on me. I'm gonna try and get some more stuff.
Trap deployed.
Yeah? God dang it, but you're all the way across. Okay. They got scared. Okay. Yeah. Wow, wow. They know you by full name, but like, not me. That's crazy. You hear me? You hear me? Okay, okay.
Trap deployed.
I'm running as fast as I can.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
Nice. I'm getting like a weird headache off to like one side of my head. I can feel it like in my eye. Yeah, that's
The
weird.
safe zone is collapsing.
You got him?
Enemy eliminated.
Nice.
Trap deployed.
I'm very low on stuff as well. It's almost no armor. I need more plates. Valid. Felt that one. Real. Yeah, no. No. You always need more friends, you know? Do you just let them die? Like a
Engaging the
coworker?
enemy. Enemy cover me. Reloading.
You said I was like a coworker. No, but you know what?
airdrop is coming.
I kind of get it though. Dude, I killed this person. No, ain't nothing there. Ain't nothing there. I can. No, I didn't. I didn't. I barely have anything. I barely have anything. Anyways, where are we heading? Yeah, that's why I was like, Oh.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Oh my god! Thank you. Oh my god. I was just trying to have some fun. And.
Trap deployed.
Oh. Yeah. I'll try to. I'm a little slow, but I'm on my way. Oh wow. Oh my god. You suck. You suck. I said what I said. You suck. I'm going to this car. I'm riding with this other person. Yeah.
The airdrop is coming.
Oh my god. Or, how do you have such good eyesight? I can't. I want a class upgrade. Oh.
Skill chip ready for upgrade. Airdrop has been delivered.
Mm. Is there anyone else over there? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Exploration begins.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh man.
The airdrop is coming.
If people don't, or if they do. So you want them to make fun of you? No, I can't. There's nothing I could think of. You're lame. Nope, you're lame. You're lame times like infinity. Can't outdo that.
Engaging the enemy. Enemy down.
Exploration begins. Trap deployed.
Engaging the
Yeah.
enemy.
Yeah. So I see someone. Oh, my bad. You can have that loot. I didn't take anything from there. It was my kill. I was the one who saw him first. I saw him first. I have scout. I saw him first. And that means I saw him first.
Chip terminal is almost
How
ready.
would I know that you saw him first? You didn't say anything. I got there faster. Who is blowing up? Oh my god.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Yeah, I'd hope not. That sucks. Lame. And they're honking the horn too. Oh, my phone is getting super hot. I do not like it.
The airdrop is coming.
You were shooting a guy? Oh. Get in here!
Airdrop has been delivered.
Can't lie, it's kind of making me sick in this car. He just crashed into a building. To a little house. Wait, what is up with this helicopter?
Enemy vehicle is nearly done for.
Oh, it's crashing! Oh, there's someone who just... Yeah, they jumped off. Let's go right to them. No. Where Where are you, person?
The airdrop is coming.
Exploration
Ah.
begins.
I see him. Yeah.
Engaging the enemies.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Other one
Watch
was-
out. K9 unit incoming.
God dang it. I didn't see him. Oh,
Enemy down. Reloading. Engaging zombies.
yeah.
Changing mag. Cover me.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to make it sound that way.
Trap deployed.
We gotta get in this circle. No? Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. My phone is going to blow up. My thumb is very hot.
Exploration begins.
Your phone blew up already? Jeez.
Chip terminal is almost ready. Down to the last 5 teams.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
safe zone is collapsing.
The airdrop is coming.
That's crazy.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Nice. You're behind me. I can tell. I'm looking at the mini map. Bro, I literally stopped walking because I was like, what? Yeah. So the circle's pretty small. No. Yeah. Could care less. Yeah.
Exploration begins.
Go ahead. Oh! Yeah! That looks super cool. I'm gonna go.
Enjoy your trip.
Yippee! Oh, okay. You see anyone? I don't see anyone. Looking around. It's a good one.
Exploration begins.
Yeah. Oh! Of course.
Only 2 teams
No.
left. Getting close to victory.
Number 3 was shooting. Come on. Come on, where y'all at? One more person.
Trap deployed.
Not gonna get this last person. I don't see him. They were not. You were.
The airdrop is coming.
I could tell it was you. I saw you throw him. Oh,
Almost ready.
got him. Yeah. Oh, you probably have more kills than me. You called it. You did not say dibs. There's no way you said dibs. No dibs were called. Oh my god, that's such a lie. Nice. You see, I knew you got more kills than me. You had 11. You had 1 plus 10. That's what you had. No, oh, did it just finally upload? I had posted it earlier today. Dang. Let's play some Raked. Okay. You put things in there. Things go in backpacks. Yep, exactly. You see? You could. It could be a weapon. Oh, I couldn't see. We've loaded into the game. So cool. Oh wow. Oh, it's so cute.
Hardpoint identified.
Oh, I'm using the wrong gun.
Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint locked down.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm using the wrong gun.
Hardpoint contested.
Oh, oh my god.
Online.
Oh my god, embarrassing. Contact grenade to the back of me and I didn't even notice.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Contact grenade to the face.
Hunter killer drone deployed. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested.
A CX-9.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective.
Oh my god.
Online.
I keep getting contact grenade
Capture the objective.
to the face.
Capture the hardpoint.
This is not nice.
We lost the lead. Hardpoint is ours. UAV online.
Oh my god, I ran out of ammo at the wrong second. They meleeed me with a spear.
We've taken the lead. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
I'm in
Hardpoint
this hard
identified.
point.
Capture the objective.
Okay, I'm staying here.
Hardpoint locked down. UAV online.
Nope.
Hardpoint lost.
Nope. Oh my god, ran out of ammo again.
Hardpoint is ours.
Okay. I'm out.
UAV online. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hunter killer killer drone deployed. UAV recon standing by.
Oh, I got the hard point. I got the hard.
Recon is
I'm in.
standing by. We've
I'm
taken
in
the
it.
lead. Hard point identified.
Okay,
Capture
next
the
one.
objective.
Let's go.
Hunter killer drone ready for deployment. Hostiles have captured the
Dang
hard
it.
point. Friendly hunter killer drone deployed.
Oh my goodness, I just got pure fire and I got killed by the machine gun. Ooh, picked up someone's X4 from the enemy team? Nope, and they killed me. They killed me.
Hard point is ours. Hard point lost.
Good.
Hard point locked down.
Yeah.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point contested. Hard point
Okay, there's one.
identified. Capture the objective. Capture the objective. Capture the objective. Hard point contested. Hard point
God dang
is
it,
ours.
okay.
Hard point contested. Hostiles have the hard point.
Oh
Hard
no.
point locked down.
Changing mag! Cover me!
Hard point contested. Hard
Oh,
point
I died.
lost. Hard point is ours.
Ooh, scary.
Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
What about this? Melee'd. Melee'd with prize fighters. Oh my goodness. Yup. Straight to the face. Straight to the face.
Hostile sentry gun in your AO. Keep on them. We're winning this one. Enemy UAV spotted. Hostiles have the hard point.
Yep.
Enemy sentry gun has been destroyed.
Nice, nice. Bro was literally camping in my favorite spot. What?
Heads up. Enemy spotted.
Come on, guys. We got this. We got this.
Hostile guardian has been spotted.
Oh no! Oh. 4, 3,
Tied
2,
for the lead.
1, 0. We need to get this next spot. Then. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. Yeah, no. We're not getting this.
Be
We're at
advised,
140.
hostile stealth chopper inbound. Enemy XS-1 Goliath incoming.
Yeah.
Friendly XS-1.
I know. I feel like we were going somewhere. Oh my goodness. Oh. I need to drink some water. I'm dehydrated. I don't even want to look at this MVP. Ooh, QQ9 Quantum Flash.
Priority tasking failure. Return to base.
Ugh. I'm gonna drink some water. Pretty good. to good water. Do, 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 do. Yep. I finished that already. Yeah. I finish out the task pretty fast, can't lie. Yeah, I did finish everything. I just need to get the 3 more ranked wins to get the 5. I have 1,370 coins, but I don't want to get any of this stuff. Okay. Summit is better. I agree. Summit, summit, summit. I'm gonna fight you. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. I'm gonna win. Easy.
Control.
You're gonna go. Oh. I was like, what were you saying? And then I heard what you were saying.
Defend the objective.
I need to switch this gun.
Hunter-killer drone deployed.
Oof. Yeah.
We tied for the lead.
Okay. Yeah. Go get me. I don't know if I would say those exact words, but I got burnt too. The Man of War.
Hostile care package inbound. Enemy taking Bravo.
Oh my goodness. They're taking both.
Heads up. The enemy has deployed chopper gunner. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted.
Oh, I blew up. Grenade. But I was getting B pretty well. Chopper gunner got me. Chopper gunner got me. I literally cannot move.
UAV online. Friendly hunter-killer. Enemy taking Alpha.
Someone's upstairs. Well, not anymore.
We're running out of lives.
Got me. He's downstairs. Nice.
Nice work.
It's so weird. It's saying this one time it's been saying that my stream is unstable, but my stream looks to be just loading fine. No, it's not OBS, it's Twitch. OBS is running fine.
Capture the
Twitch is
objectives. Be advised,
the one that's
hostile
saying
care
that my
package
stuff is
inbound.
jank. Yeah.
Enemy shock RC is coming. Be advised, hostile stealth chopper inbound.
Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, that person with this the AMAX pissing me off.
We're almost there. Keep it up. Sentry gun spotted.
Sentry gun at B.
Capturing Alpha.
I hate this. Also, why do I feel like my music stopped playing? No, it's still playing. It's just muted due to copyright. That is crazy. This YouTube video, their
We're running out of
playlist,
lives.
one of their songs
Enemy
got
UAV
muted because of
spotted.
copyright.
Changing mag! Cover me!
Be advised, hostile care package inbound. Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up. Capture the objectives. Hunter killer drone ready for deployment. Hunter killer drone deployed. UAV online. Friendly predator missile inbound. Advised, hostile hunter killer drone inbound.
Oh my goodness.
Friendly hunter killer drone deployed. Capture Bravo.
Oh, I should have waited until they got closer. Okay. Nice, nice, nice.
Hunter killer drone deployed.
it's just at B. There's 2 people at B. They have Juggernaut? Oh. Yep. Got Juggernauted. I know. I feel like we're fighting so well too. Oh, this Juggernaut. No, I think Juggernaut's done for. We got it. Thank God. Nice.
I won't let go. This is my life.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank God.
Nice work. Well done.
I'm trying to get them 10,000 points. Oh my God, is there like a mosquito in my room? No, I thought I saw like a fly. Oh, it's my blood, so. It's true. Where does this fly? You have how many points? 9,377. I don't even think I have that much. I think I have like 9,000 and something. Not sure. Yep. You know what I'm close to though? Getting paid from Twitch. Yeah, they didn't pay me out today. I think they'll pay me out next month. Yeah, cause my payday is usually on the 12th, but it didn't put in some money that I'd gotten. No idea why you're dying. I don't know. Why are you dying? Because of me. Lies.
Hardpoint identified.
I knew it. I should have just shot. I knew there's always someone who's going through here.
Hardpoint is ours.
Oh, she's
Hostiles have
camping.
hardpoint.
What's I'm trying to do? Got her. Headshot too.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
They're so slippery.
Spotted. Enemy UAV spotted. Hardpoint identified.
Oh my god, XM4.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested. Hostiles have
What?
captured the hardpoint.
We both died at the same time. Oh my god, I was not in your way.
We lost the lead. Enemy UAV spotted.
Nope.
Enemy's advanced UAV is online.
Yeah.
Heads up.
Yo, we
Enemy
at rank
UAV
penalty
spotted.
though. Yeah.
Enemy UAV spotted. We lost the lead. Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective. Capture the objective.
Whoever has that XM4.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested.
Changing mag! Cover me!
Hardpoint contested.
Oh.
Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint is ours. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. UAV online. Killer drone deployed. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective.
We're not getting this.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. UAV online.
This goddamn fly. I can't tell if it's a fly or a
Hardpoint
mosquito.
contested. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint is
Oh my god.
ours. We lost the lead. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed. UAV online.
Oh! Making my head hurt.
Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Capture the objective. Enemy UAV spotted. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Hardpoint lost. Enemy UAV spotted. Lost the lead. Hardpoint is ours. Guardian has been deployed.
Reloading. Cover me.
UAV online. Capture the objective.
Ah!
Friendly Guardian has been destroyed. Hardpoint contested. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Get up, team. Hardpoint Hardpoint lost.
Oh. Nope. Oh my god. This is so bad.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Same. Don't blame me. How did I get you to die? I didn't. Nope. I didn't get you sick. Can't happen. Can't let it happen that way. No. You were literally preying on my downfall earlier. Oh my god. You do that all the time. All the time. Nope. Wow, blasphemy? Really? Oh, I like Kurahana Metropolis. What? It's so pretty in there. I like it. It's not gray. It's super bright in there. Are you colorblind? Oh yeah, it is pretty dark in there.
Search and destroy. Defend the objective. The enemy has the bomb.
They're in this middle. Yeah, there's one person going towards suicide. Oh, I could have killed this person, but I didn't. No, I was like one shot off, but I got assist, major assist.
Last one.
Oh, you know what?
Complete the mission.
Yeah.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up. Defend the objectives.
I didn't know he was
They
in
have the
playing
bomb.
until the last second.
Just drop the bomb.
Changing mag!
No, I won't.
The enemy has the bomb.
Dang, this person kind of sucks. they did 2 shots on me. Sniper didn't get it. Then they got me on the third shot.
The bomb has been planted.
Nice. That was good. That was real good. What type of gun is that? Are they seriously inspecting? Are you? Oh, it pisses me off when people do this. Oh my God.
Nice work.
Like, unless you're like a top-rated CODM player worldwide, then there's no reason for you to be inspecting seconds left on the bomb.
Defend the objective. They have the bomb.
Self-glaze is kind of crazy, so. Yeah, sure did. Yeah, yep, I said it. I got sniped out. I do not. Yeah, I was the first one to die. Ooh.
The bomb has been planted.
Come on. Ban. Come on, guys. 2v3, you guys.
It's all up to you now.
Oh my goodness, never mind. We're not making out of this. For this right here. Yeah.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
So I don't like S&D. I feel like it's snipers galore. And I just hate that.
Defend the objectives.
No, I didn't see that.
They have the bomb.
I died.
The bomb has been planted.
Yeah. I totally thought dude was gonna get blown up by the trip mine.
Last man standing.
Yeah.
Finish.
What did they think they were gonna do there?
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
Bro just needed to point straight. Oh my god.
Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
I don't even know where I want to go. Okay, there's a person on that like little rooftop that's sniping. I'm stuck here against a sniper. Yeah, nope, I died. It wouldn't let me get up. I just couldn't stop playing. I literally kept clicking it. Okay, well, you know what? My prone was locked, I guess, because it wouldn't let me get up. I know, I was trying to crawl out. Yeah.
Lost the bomb.
Yeah. Thin air.
We got the bomb.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone call it that.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
No, no
Ready up.
words. No, I guess not.
Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
Go ahead, get that kill. We trying to plant at B or what? Yeah, the person's sniping, cross sniping. You just shout out this window. Yeah? They killed you? How am I supposed to protect you? Nope. Yeah. Well, if I was this dude, I would have just ran out. Nothing in hand. Just melee and have someone shoot me. Yep. Why drag it out? I did? Oh, that's great. Okay. Whew. That's all I asked for. Oh. Yikes.
Priority test.
I too have rank protection. I want to play ranked, but I want to win. I love Crash. Why doesn't anyone else love Crash? I hate Nuketown. These are some crazy matches for me to be playing at almost 2 in the morning, so... yeah.
Front line.
Yeah.
Grenade out.
Oh my god.
Lost the lead.
Frag out.
I haven't gotten any kills. I hate it here. I hate it.
Lost the lead.
Sal, I think we're cursed again.
Tango down.
Like, I don't know if it's just today or what's going on, but today's not been
Changing
going.
back.
UAV online.
Changing back.
Yeah! Oh my god.
It's too close. Fight harder.
Yes.
Friendly killer drone deployed.
Oh, I think there's a mosquito in my room. I feel like I have a bite on my shoulder.
Friendly shock RC.
I got the last kill right there. You know what? You know what? It's the thought that counts.
Friendly Shock RC is
It's the
fired.
effort that I put in. You know, no one appreciates me these
Friendly
days.
Shock RC has been destroyed.
Dang, that's crazy.
Taking the lead.
Good one.
UAV online.
Down.
We've taken the lead.
What? Oh, that's a nasty sniping spot.
Our
I ain't
UAV
never seen that
has
one
been
before.
destroyed.
That's real. That's so true. I've never seen that one before. Honestly.
We've taken the lead. UAV online.
Whoever that person is who's laying down, I want to I want to execute them so bad.
We've taken the lead.
Yeah. Whoever that person who's sniping in the back with the Tundra. Good. Two more. And we're good.
Sub team. Enemy UAV spotted.
Nice. Thank God. You're so right. We ate this up. We ate this up.
This is my life.
Honestly, faith restored. I feel so much better now. You know what? Maybe I don't want to be your duo anymore. Maybe, yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know about that.
Mission accomplished.
Dude. I don't know. I feel like I was doing good. At least we won. At least we won. I don't care if I was last. At least we won. Thank you. Yeah. Go to sleep? It's late? Then don't go to sleep? I probably will go to sleep. I'm sleepy. On stream. I have really bad sleeping habits, so that'd be crazy. Yeah.
Safeguard. Prevent the hostile robot from reaching our base.
Yep.
The hostile robot is on the move.
Tango down.
We got this.
Hostile robot has been rebooted.
What? No way. No way.
Enemy robot online.
Ah.
Hostile robot shut down.
Yep.
Hostile robot has been rebooted.
What?
Shut down.
Bro, this person has a chopper.
Hostile robot has been disabled. Be
Nice.
advised, hostile predator missile inbound.
I got
Be
blown up.
advised, hostile hunter killer drone inbound. Hunter killer drone deployed. Friendly hunter killer drone deployed. Hostile robot shut down. Heads up. Enemy lightning strike incoming. Hostile robots on the move.
Core reactor. Nice. Let's do this.
Escort the robot to the enemy base. Robot has been rebooted. Robot is under fire. Move to defend.
Need my gun!
Killer drone deployed. Friendly hunter killer drone deployed. Hostile is destroying our robot.
I burnt up. Okay.
Our robot has been
Gotta go
disabled.
around the back side.
Robot status is green. Our robot is under
Oh, wow.
fire. Hostile forces have disabled our robot.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. I hate it here. That's what I was
Hostiles
doing.
destroying our robot. Our robot has been disabled. Hostile Predator missile inbound. Hostile forces have disabled our robot.
Oh my god, he. I know. We need to move him in like within a minute.
Robot has been rebooted.
Okay.
Robot is under fire. Move to defend. Our robot has been disabled.
Okay. No, it hasn't.
Boot sequence complete.
Okay.
Robot
It's
online.
moving now.
Hostile forces disabled.
No, he's been disabled again because there's just Molotov cocktail. Yeah.
Robot has been rebooted. Be advised, hostile Predator missile inbound. Friendly swarm activated. Our robot has been disabled. Be advised, hostile sentry gun spotted. UAV recon ready for deployment. Friendly stealth chopper inbound.
Reloading!
Hostile hunter inbound. Destroy enemy's hunter killer. UAV online.
Oh my god.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
I only need one more win. For the task, you have to win 5 ranked matches. Oh my god. Okay, this one and then that's it. Same. Oh, okay, coastal. 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 Are you just trying to melee me? No, you're not. I'm trying to skip this ad. No, I know, I can see that.
Search and destroy. Destroy the objective.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Bomb dropped.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my god.
I can hear the iron
Are you serious?
This evil must be stopped.
I literally killed 2 people. Okay, so what is this person doing? This person, what are they doing? Why don't they have a name tag either? That's weird. I've never seen anyone with without a name tag, like nothing there. Huh? Okay. It's a little unusual, but okay. Dang.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
Yes! I was being fair when I said I got a double kill. I said I killed 2 people. Dang.
Destroy the objective. Lost the bomb.
I died. I got in the enemy trip sensor.
It's all up to you now. Finish the mission.
Ah. I probably will too. Yep. Yep. You know what? I don't care about rank penalty anymore. This is it. This is it.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
How does that person not have a name? I'm so confused. They literally have... They have
Destroy
nothing
the
there.
objective.
But they're like an actual person. I'm confused.
Bomb dropped. We got the bomb.
Yeah. I went for it. Yeah.
Last man standing. Finish it. The bomb has been planted.
On your left, bro. Yep. Right there. Yep. It's just... I don't care. I left. I left it. I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? It's just a game. It's just a game. We were losing so bad anyways. It doesn't even matter. Alrighty. I'm gonna head to bed. Good night.